What's up, everybody? Josh Armijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and want stuff. I got an Arsenal inventory update to do for you guys, vinyl this time, and I've curated a playlist of some pandemic black metal jams for you today. But first, what we're listening to in the background: Bestial Mockery, Christ Crushing Hammer Chainsaw. Yeah, the best. Alright, before we get into talking about what I'm going to show as far as records are concerned, let's get the elephant out of the room and address some things. First of all, for those that are probably unaware, we are recently going through some crazy times in this country. We are being hit by some sort of a pandemic flu-like symptom known as COVID-19, otherwise known as the coronavirus, and this has been affecting a lot of people, not only here in America, but around the world, around the globe, around the country, and it's a pretty frightening and scary situation. But with that being said, if you happen to be stuck indoors, if you happen to be staying inside, please make your best efforts to do so. Help curb this shit down to where things can return to some sort of bit of normalcy. Don't know how long this is really going to take, whether it's going to be weeks or months. Hopefully things can be better in due time. Yeah, and to all my viewers at home, or anybody who watches this video is dealing with it, I do sincerely wish things get better, hopeful for the best, and yeah. I don't really talk about real life shit on this channel because that's not what this platform is for. This platform is for talking about extreme metal and reviews, but I do realize that there is a real world out there full of real people, real issues, real problems, and hopefully we'll all get through this together. And I will continue to do my best to pump out reviews and do what I feel is helpful and serve as escapism for all the shit that we deal with in the world. But enough about that. Let's get on to talking about some metal. I got some 2019 releases and some very, very special black metal records to talk about here. But first, let's get into some 2019 releases. And the first one I'm going to talk about is some absolutely killer death doom from Georgia. Yeah, this is in combination with We Proclaim Your Death, O Lord. Yeah. This is a 2019 release through Self-Made God Records, and I reviewed this album last year, so I really won't get into too much details about it. But for those who are who aren't familiar with Incofination, they are a duo based primarily out of Georgia and California, and this is one of the many side projects of the great Justin Stubbs. Of course, you know from Father Be Fouled, Unborn Salivate. Just a lot of great musical projects, and this is easily one of my favorite things that he's involved in. Really gloomy, down-tuned, nasty death doom metal, super low, whispery guttural vocals, slow-paced drumming, killer riffs, almost haunting in atmosphere. It's just a really scary sounding band, and this band has been nothing short of consistent. Yeah. Really awesome album all the way through and through. Ebony Skulls, Robe and Crown, a monstrance of human bone. This album is still holding up really well, and I definitely this is easily one of the best Incofination records to date. Awesome stuff. So anyway, here's the front cover. Love this album cover. Love the matte finish on this jacket. Super nice. Back cover here with track listing. More really killer art. Gatefold here. You have lyrics and credits for all the songs. What are these churches now if they are not the tombs and sepulchres of God? Really killer stuff. And I don't know the vinyl limitation on this to be specific, but there are two different variants. Standard black vinyl and the version that I got from Justin. Limited to 100 copies on this absolutely beautiful pink with black splatter. And if I'm not mistaken, Justin himself picked the vinyl color here. So he wanted a pink vinyl for this. He got one. And it's absolutely beautiful. 45 RPM, I should say, if you're going to play this record. If you put it on 33, you're probably going to have to deal with some weird shit if you play it in that sort of speed. But yeah, great death doom from Incoffeination. We Proclaim Your Death, O Lord. Absolutely awesome album. From death doom, we move to awesome black metal from the Pacific Northwest for this next one. This is WITCHBONES with The Seas of Draugen. Yeah. This is a 2019 release through Iron Bonehead Productions, and if you're not familiar with WITCHBONES, it is a one-person project based out of Portland, Oregon, a guy by the name of Vardlocker. He is the main person behind this project. He does the vocals, writes the lyrics, does all the music. Just a pretty prolific sort of project going on here. And if I'm not mistaken, this is the second WITCHBONES album. Correct me if I'm wrong here, but this is the second release from WITCHBONES. And pretty much, if you're familiar with WITCHBONES style, it's pretty straight to the point, traditional black metal, very evil, very twisted, very well executed. And this is a really solid album with tracks such as The Nun Collector, Nebulous Ghost Ship, The Ritual Continues. Just a lot of great musicianship going on here. Very dark and twisted stuff here. I love the vocal work. I love the musicianship. I love the lyrics. This is some really top-notch stuff. To the best of my knowledge, this project is now defunct. There was one more WITCHBONES album that was released not too long ago, and we'll probably see a limited physical reissue later on in the year. But yeah, check out and support whatever Vardlocker is doing now with Omnikinetic, Dionysian Rites. They put out an absolutely killer demo through Nihilistic Noise Propaganda. Really, really prolific musician here, and this is another really top-notch project. So anyway, here's the front cover. As per usual with Iron Bonehead Productions releases, you get some top-quality matte finish jacket here. Beautiful artwork. Back cover, track listing and credits. Comes with a one-sheet, lyric sheet. There you see Mr. Vardlocker on the backside here with credits and information. Lyrics for most of the tracks. And I believe there were two different variants of this vinyl, red vinyl and black vinyl, which is what I have here. And I got it from Vardlocker himself, so shout out to him for sending this to me. Definitely worth a repeated plays here. So yeah, if you're into one-man black metal from the Pacific Northwest, this project is definitely something for you to be checking out. So this is WITCHBONES with The Seas of Draugen. Definitely check this one out. From the Pacific Northwest, we move to Finland for some rebooted death metal. This is Concrete Winds with Primitive Force. Yeah. This is a 2019 release through Sepulchral Voice Records, and this is the band formerly known as Vorum. Now, Vorum had a really, really awesome discography in their own right, but a lot of the people involved in that project put Vorum to rest. And pretty much from the ashes of Vorum, we have this new project entitled Concrete Winds. And it's pretty much a faster, noisier, more aggressive sort of style of death metal going on here. It's a short and sweet and to the point release, but with this album, it's just relentless nonstop. And I love this new direction that they're taking, and I hope for many more years to come they keep going with this sort of direction change. I mean, Sulfuric Upheaval, the title track, Tyrant Pulse, Volcanic Turmoil. This is just an absolutely crazy album, and I definitely am excited to hear more great things from Concrete Winds in the future. I don't really think I've seen many people talk about this particular album much. I mean, I might have slept on this myself by not talking about it last year, but I was definitely late to the party here, but better late than never, I would always say. But Concrete Winds is awesome. If you're a fan of Vorum, you're going to love Concrete Winds that much more. But anyway, here's the front cover. Really awesome artwork here. Minimalist red jacket here. This has a very DIY sort of quality going for it. Back cover with track listings and information. Aggressive Noise Torment. Love, love, love that shit. Yeah, consume at maximum voltage. I definitely love what they're doing here with this. It comes with a lyric sheet. Very DIY, also with the lyric sheet, yeah, on a paper, no less. Yeah, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it well because of the lighting, but yeah. Lyrics for all the songs on this paper here. There's also a download code, but if you want the download code, go buy the album yourself. And I don't know the particular information on this pressing, but it is on a standard black vinyl, 45 RPM, high-end quality as per usual. And if you're getting it in the United States, get it from the Ajna Offensive, because they definitely aren't fucking around with putting out shipping for this particular record. But yeah, like I said, if you're into Vorum, you're going to love Concrete Winds, and you probably will love Concrete Winds way more. So yeah, Concrete Winds, Primitive Force, go check this one out. Moving back to the United States now for some rarities. We got the 2019 stuff out of the way, but let's get into some later middle 2000s 2010 rarities. And this is a demo compilation that I have owned a lot of, and probably the final addition to owning this one. This is Rekluse with the Black Famine. Yeah. This was originally released in 2014 through Hooded and Oil Records, and then it had multiple reissues later on through Vault of Dried Bones, and this is the vinyl version put out through Darker Than Black Records. And if you're not familiar with Rekluse, this is a US-based black metal band consisting of people that have some very, very close ties within US extreme music, most notably Philip McSorley from Cobalt. This is primarily his project, but he's had people help him out make this project possible and kept going throughout the years. Of course, I fondly remember getting the Frozen Blood demo many, many years ago with some really awesome songs, but the Black Famine demo had more things to be tied to it. Of course, you had a song like Ropes, which is absolutely crushing, and then you had the Vlad Tepes cover with In Holocaust to the Natural Darkness. Absolutely wild and crazy stuff. But if you've never heard Rekluse before, this band was just absolutely evil, vile, putrid, hateful black metal, and I loved everything that this project did. Even the final full length that this project did with Vlad from Vlad Tepes doing vocals with Stillbirth in Bethlehem. Really incredible project, and I think all of the material holds up well. Of course, if you know the history of the Black Famine demos, the original one got self-released through Hooded and Oil, Blood Spattered Tape. Then it got a pro tape reissue from Vault of Dried Bones, once again with the Blood Spattered Tape, and the pro CD version with the patch. And for some, I think it might have had maggots. That could have been Stillbirth in Bethlehem, but yeah, be that as it may, this is an absolutely killer demo compilation. Poison Crucifixed, Erect Holy Strangulation, Frozen Blood, absolutely killer songs here, and this holds up perfectly. Rekluse was and still is an absolute crucial part of US black metal. So anyway, here's the front cover. Another matte finish jacket here. Love this album cover art, love the Rekluse logo, love this picture of the Virgin Mary and the upside down crosses, absolutely killer stuff. Back cover here with track listing and credits. There you see who's involved in this particular recording. And I don't know the vinyl limitations of this to be specific, but I think all copies came on a standard black vinyl. But I love the center labels here. I mentioned the Bloody Tapes. The Bloody Tapes are the A side and the B side. Absolutely genius stuff. And Darker Than Black did a bang-up job with this vinyl presentation. Really, really important black metal demo compilation, and I would highly recommend anybody getting a chance to listen to this. So yeah, Rekluse, The Black Famine, go check it out. And last but not least, we get to another important piece of US black metal, and the first vinyl release from someone very near and dear to my heart. This is I Shall Become with Wanderings. Yeah. This was originally released in 1998, and this is the, this is the debut vinyl release from Bestial Rape Records. Now, if you're not familiar with Bestial Rape Records, it is a record label run by my very good friend, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you YouTube folks know who Craig Legase is. This is his label, and he has been on a tear as of lately with what he's been recently putting out. He put out a US tape version of the Commodus, an Imperial Sun Rises demo. He put this out. He recently put out the Kriegsgraben vinyl. I would highly recommend y'all check out Kriegsgraben, and I know he's going to be doing a vinyl version of the Commodus in Imperial Sun Rises demo very soon, so keep an eye and ear out for that. But getting on to I Shall Become, this is a duo based out of Illinois, and this is their debut full-length album. And truth be told, this is really the only album I know and I'm very familiar with. I remember watching my buddy Canyon do one of his collection updates, and back then when he did all those video intros, I heard the music, and then I found out who the music was, and it was a song from I Shall Become, and this was off Wanderings. And this is just absolutely awesome black metal. Really great vocals, very dark, nihilistic sort of stuff going on here. And then listening to this album in full, this is just an absolute treat. Fragments, The Funeral Rain, Labyrinthine, Thorns, Her Demons. This is just a really awesome album, and I'm really happy that something like this is being put out officially, because if I'm not mistaken, this album got an unofficial release many years ago. Kind of a poor quality reissue, but this is an official reissue. This is band approved. Absolutely killer stuff, and I definitely am happy that this is available for everybody to listen to in its natural format. So anyway, here's the front cover. Love this artwork, very minimalist in nature. Love the two birds or crows flying or whatever. Back cover, track listing and information. As you can see, Bestial Rape Records, Moribund. This is a 2006 version, I think. And you have a one-sided lyric sheet. There you see the main person in this project in question, and lyrics, credits for all the songs. And I believe this is limited to 400 copies, and I believe all copies come on a white vinyl. Yeah, white vinyl, really high quality here, and I believe you can get this in the United States through Appalachian Noise Records. I'm pretty sure there are copies of this still available, and honestly, this thing should have been sold out by now. But I really recommend anybody giving this album a shot and listening to it. This is definitely a really awesome piece of American black metal history. So yeah, I Shall Become with Wanderings. Go check this one out. And with that said, I'm going to conclude this video. I'm going to leave you some links to some of the bands I talked to you about here in this video. If you happen to have heard or own any of these releases, definitely let me know what you think about it, how you feel about it, and we can go from there. Please be safe, stay indoors, don't do anything risky, stupid, or foolish. You're very much wanted and needed in this world. So have a great rest of your weekend. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel. Until the next time, Army Hell out.